Apex Leisure. Today we are tackling ACCA FIA FBT Chapter 2 Governance, Organizational Structures, and Leadership. We are breaking down every theoretical model with simple everyday examples so the concepts click instantly and stick for exam day. Let's dive straight into Section 1. 1. Governance and agency. In almost every single large company, the owners are not the ones running the day to day business. Think of owning a rental apartment. You own the property, but you hire a property manager to handle tenants and repairs. That split between ownership and day to day control creates natural friction, making strong oversight essential. Let's talk about governance and agency theory. Let's break down agency theory using a restaurant. The principles: you, the investor, who puts up the money, the shareholder, the agents, the head chef or general manager, hired to run daily operations, the directors. Now, the conflict means the agency problem is the manager might want to buy fancy equipment or give free meals to friends to build personal status rather than maximizing your restaurant profit. Now, the solution for this is you hire an independent food inspector entrusted as senior consultant to audit the books. These are non executive directors and board committees like audit and nomination. Hierarchy and span of control. The first one is tall organizational structures. Feature many management levels with narrow span of control, leads to tight supervision but slower distorted communication. Think of a traditional school with 8 layers: principal, vice principals, heads of departments, senior teachers, down to class representatives. Supervision is tight, narrow span, but a message from principal gets delayed and distorted down the chain. Now, the next one is flat organizational structures. Feature many management levels with wide span of control, promotes delegation, autonomy, and rapid decision making. Think of a fast growing tech startup with two layers: the founder and small project teams. One founder oversees many people directly, wide span, giving staff freedom and making decisions fast. Now, the next and last one is delayering process, removing intermediate scalar chain levels to convert rigid tall structures into agile customer focused flat entities, cutting out middle management layers to turn that rigid school hierarchy into an agile startup structure. In simple words, just the conversion of tall organizational structures into flat organizational structures. Mintzberg's 5 building blocks. Think of a hospital to understand Henry Mintzberg's 5 core building blocks. The first one is strategic apex, the board of trustees setting hospital policies and long term vision. Now, the next one is operating core. Think of the doctors and nurses doing the frontline work of treating patients. Now, the third one is middle line. Think of the ward supervisors bridging management policies to hospital staff. Now, the fourth one is technostructure. The clinical quality analysts writing hygiene protocols and medical systems. Now, the fifth and last one is support staff, hospital IT, legal, and cafeteria teams providing indirect services. Now, management versus leadership. Think of a ship out at sea to see the difference between management and leadership. The management, the chief engineer in the engine room. They monitor fuel, maintain engine schedules, and fix technical problems to keep operations stable and orderly. Just like it focuses on primarily on maintaining operational stability, structure, and consistency across routines. Now, the next one is leadership. The captain on the navigation deck, they spot a storm ahead, choose a bold new route, align the crew, and inspire everyone forward through change. Focuses primarily on producing transformative change, innovation, and future positioning. In this chapter, the last topic is Mintzberg's managerial roles. Think of a head coach of a sports team balancing three hats. The first one is interpersonal roles: handing out awards as a figurehead, motivating players as a leader, and networking with league officials as a liaison. It's all came under this hat interpersonal roles. Now, the second was is informational roles. Reviewing match footage as a monitor, briefing tactics to players as a disseminator, and facing press conference as a spokesperson. It's all came under this hat informational roles. Now, the last one is decisional roles. Designing new plays as an entrepreneur, claiming player disputes as a disturbance handler, and managing player salaries as a resource allocator and negotiator. It's all came under this head decisional roles. Let's solve some questions. Question number one is under agency theory, which group acts as the principals in a public limited company? Option A is executive directors, second, corporate auditors, equity shareholders, or line managers. The correct option will be equity shareholders, as shareholders own the capital and delegate operational authority to directors or agents. Second one is a company with a wide span of control and a very few hierarchical levels is best described as having what structure? Tall structure, matrix structure, flat structure, or entrepreneurial. So the correct option will be C, flat structure. As flat organizational structures feature broad spans of control and minimal management layers. Now, question number three is which board committee is primarily responsible for ensuring financial reporting integrity and internal audit oversight? The options are nomination committee, audit committee, remuneration committee, or risk steering committee. The correct option will be audit committee as monitors financial reporting integrity, internal controls and external auditor independence. Now, the question 4 is according to John Kotter, means management, which function is specially associated with leadership rather than management? The options are planning and budgeting, B. Organizing and staffing, C. Aligning and setting vision, and D. Controlling and problem solving. The correct option will be C. Aligning and setting vision, as leadership drives transformation and vision. Management focuses on systems and operational control. So, the correct option will be aligning and setting vision. Now, the fifth question is in Mintzberg's managerial roles framework, acting as a spokesperson falls under which category? Option A is decisional roles, B interpersonal, C informational, and D strategic. The correct option will be informational roles, as monitor, disseminator, and spokesperson all relate to gathering and communicating information. So it will fall under C, means informational roles. Question is which type of director is hired especially to provide independent guidance without managing daily operations? So here the options are managing director, executive director, non-executive director, or chief financial officer. The correct option will be obviously C, non-executive directors, as non-executive directors provide independent and governance oversight without daily executive duties. Test your own understanding with these four questions. And the question number one is slow communication through 8 management layers is caused by what feature? Wide span of control or tall scalar chain? Second one is resolving a major supplier contract dispute falls under which Mintzberg's role? Resource allocator or disturbance handler? Third one is what is the main purpose of establishing a nomination committee? Setting executive salaries or recommending board appointments? Now, the 10th and last question is which Mintzberg's block performs basic work directly producing goods or services? Option A is strategic apex or B operating core. You can drop your all answers in the comments and I will review them. That's wrap on chapter 2. Make sure to post your answers to question 7 through 10 in the comments, and if you want the notes for chapter 1 or 2 you can check out my WhatsApp channel too. Link in the description, and see you in the next one, future accountants.